talking trendy topics. Interviews with who got motion, we gon' get it poppin'. Just show me stay, we here to stay, nothing they can do about it. Everything 100.
Yo, welcome back to The Fix. You tuned in to 100.3 The Beat. STL's Hip Hop and R&B. And Sunni Minx in the building. Moses in the building.
What's up, y'all? What's up, St. Louis?
Yeah, so let's get right into it. You from St. Louis. You've been working on Huntsville for a minute. How long you been working on the show?
Well, I started producing the show back in 2020.
Okay.
2022.
2022.
Yes.
And now you on the cast of the show. So now you coming to shake things up. And like I seen the trailer.
Yeah.
The blog's been talking. You know, so you know what I'm saying? You was a producer, now you in front of the camera. So
yes.
how that come about?
So like this is like the first time this has ever happened, where a producer is now a cast member, a female producer, and it just happened organically. So I ended up meeting a young man,
okay,
who was at the time dating a young woman that was on the show, and sometime after I stopped working on the show, we connected because we were both from St. Louis.
Okay. Oh, so you from St. Louis too?
Yes, sir.
So that was the thing. Like, even though I was in Huntsville working, he was actually from St. Louis. And so we started seeing
Did
each
y'all
other.
know each other like beforehand, or did y'all how that?
No, I didn't know him, but he said he kind of was familiar with me. And so
he already had been checking you out, and then he seen you on the show, and like,
and it
so
sparked some
Moses,
interest.
so you was with somebody already when she was working on the show, and like, okay.
Yeah, I was with another cast member of the show, Destiny, at the time when she was producing the show. And yeah.
And I was her producer. So.
Yeah. So
had y'all met when she was producing the show?
One time we were in each other's presence.
Okay. Okay.
I met Sunni through Destiny.
Ooh.
It's messy, but it's the truth.
Because I was her producer.
She's
And
her
this was her
producer.
boyfriend at the time
Right.
that I was working on the show.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But it wasn't no kikiing going on at that time. We had just, literally, it was just, that was her guy. And that was it.
All right.
We saw each other one time.
Okay.
And then you stopped working on the
And
show.
then I stopped working on the show a year later. We started bumping it when I came back to St. Louis in 23. We started seeing each other like all the time.
Intentionally or
No, because he was friends with my family.
Okay.
So he was at family reunions. I'm like, this dude, I can't, stop seeing him. He's everywhere.
Right.
And then he was like, yo, let me get your number and get in touch with you. We can keep in touch with, talk about business and stuff, real estate. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he was like, the next time he was like, well, what's up though? Yeah. And this is how it happened. We fell in love.
And so now it's being portrayed that like this was brewing.
Yeah, see, they try to make it seem like it was doing while I was working. And it just wasn't. It was a year later. And so that's the problem for me. It's not like I was like eyeing her man. Yeah, I was like, okay, he attractive, but I kept it moving. That's somebody's man. Like, it's nothing, But, he was coming for me. He was pursuing me a year later, and I was just like,
And so now we're in a storyline.
Yeah.
And now we're a storyline, yes. Yes, child. Yes, child.
We gonna get into the storyline. We gonna get into the storyline when we come back, because we got to get into this, y'all. It's The Fix. Keep y'all ears locked. Yo, welcome back to The Fix. We kicking it with Sunni, Minx, and Moses. Love and Marriage, Huntsville, man. That's Aaron May the 4th. So let's just get back into it. Obviously, we left off on break. We gonna get into the storyline, but you know what I'm saying? Let's just backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
So, let's talk girl code, all right? So, Destiny accuses you of breaking, like, the girl code. So, tell us, what is girl code to you and why you feel like you weren't breaking it?
I feel like, honestly, I keep girl codes with my friends.
And she wasn't your friend.
No.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it was like a work associate. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting to know her in terms of that. And I was really doing my job. I was a good producer. They all liked me because I was easy to talk to. They felt like they was talking to one of their homegirls.
Right.
So I think for her, the line got blurred because it's like, my job is to make you tell me stuff. And to seem like
So you
I'm
could put
friendly.
together the storyline.
Yeah.
And so you was getting the information. She
doing
felt
my
like you used that
job.
information against her to get her man.
No, but see, she didn't really talk about him like that because he never even really showed up for her on camera. So he was like a mystery man to everybody, even me, to the audience. So it wasn't like he was heavily there. I seen this man one time in person in a year. And so he was just a conversation. It was of this person. Who is this person? He never showed up. And so it wasn't like, it was like, oh, she just pillow talking all her business with her man. It just wasn't like that.
Let's backtrack a little bit, because I know you've been behind the camera for a minute. You've been writing and producing. So, how long you been in the industry, and just kind of tell us about your passion with
And how you got to the show.
Okay. I started in this industry in 2017. I was determined to make it somehow in this industry. So I started going to LA until I found a job.
Yeah.
And then I started working for Bentley Evans, who is the creator of Martin Lawrence and Jamie Foxx show. And so that was the scripted world, which is totally different from non-scripted. It's like night and day.
Yeah.
And so just by networking and putting my resume out there, a friend of mine looked out and he was like, yo, I can bring you on as a producer for Love and Marriage. And at the time, I had never even watched the show.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I was getting into, but it was a year-long project. And I loved it. You know, I loved the cast. I loved working with everybody. And, you know.
What's the difference between being behind the camera and being in front of the camera?
Oh, my God. It's so different because behind the camera, I'm their boss. They have to listen to me. I'm controlling everything. I'm setting everything up.
Yeah.
But in the camera, it's like I'm right there with them. So it's like the respect level changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't come disrespectful off camera, but on camera they may throw some shade. I'm like, girl, hold on, you know I know you now. So it's a little different because it's like you're not ready for some of the things that come when you on camera.
Which one do you feel like you enjoy more now that you've experienced both?
Totally behind the scenes. I like being the boss. yeah, behind the scenes because you know I'm just controlling everything. It's in my control. I know what's going on. I know the plot.
Yeah.
And when you're in camera, they don't tell you as much. You kind of you're the prey in a sense. It's like, ooh.
So, you know, they say like reality shows can be kind of scary for relationships because they bring things out and people are talking about it and like something y'all might have thought about on the show. We watch it a year later. Y'all watch it. It's rehashing. Have you experienced that? How is that?
What do you think, babe? You think how's it for you?
It's okay for me. It's just really telling the truth. It's okay for me. It's just really telling the truth. Getting the truth out there about my wife. You know, I don't want nobody looking at her a certain way.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. You know, at this point, it's just we trying to set the record straight. You know, so it'll come out and during the show.
When we come back, y'all, we gonna set the record straight. And it's The Fix, man. Sunni Minx, Love and Marriage. We be right back after this. Hey, yo, welcome back to The Fix. We still kicking it with Sunni Minx and Moses from Love and Marriage. And you know the plot been thickening if y'all been following the show. So Destiny said that basically you was like, you named the child after a name y'all came up with or something like that. What's the whole story behind that?
Oh, yeah. At the beginning of our relationship, we had came up because I don't have any kids. So she had a son named Law, and I wanted to have a son named Justice, right? So I came up with a logistics company called Justice Law Logistics, LLC. So I guess since the relationship was no longer, we didn't have a child together, she felt that I named the company after, but the company was already made. But she just using that to
She feel like she
have
reserves the
conversation.
rights to that name.
Well, her name ain't on no LLC.
Okay, then. Come on, wife.
It
Hey,
don't matter.
So I seen a clip. You said you wasn't a side chick. Why they thought that you was a side chick? Like, what was the whole thing? Like,
Because she has went back on her story. First, she said she went on the podcast, and that's what made us kind of speak out because she went on the podcast and said that she had broken up with him 5 months before we started dating. But then she turned around and said they weren't broke up. So it's like, girl, which one is it? So now she's trying to make it sound like they was never broken up. And so that it made me a side chick because they were never officially broken up. But they had a long distance relationship, like out of sight, out of mind, child. You know?
Yeah.
Who
And
can-
it's always, the girl that didn't get chose always makes the most noise. And that's what it sounds like to me because y'all have now gotten married. But prior to that, you were just dating her. Y'all talked marriage, but it never happened kind of thing. So.
Yeah. And they had an on and off relationship for years. And so it's like he had years to choose
If he
that
was gonna do it,
situation and he
did.
didn't.
I didn't take your man. You lost your man.
all right. So May 4th.
That part, honey. Somebody see my side.
Big St. Louis. So May 4th, the show airs on Open Network. I know you're gonna be, repping St. Louis, standing on business. So what you want people to know about this season?
I want people to know it is so much drama. Like, if you like this type of drama, baby, tune in because everybody got drama on the show, not just us, but a lot of people's stuff is being aired out, and we just gonna see. I'm bringing that St. Louis energy.
Period.
So something
All
different.
right, well, speaking of St. Louis, let's see how so St. Louis you is. We're gonna play a little game, then we're gonna get up out of here.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to have switch gears. There's no wrong answer, okay? But we might judge you on one of them. So tell us either this or that, okay, when it comes to St. Louis. The Delmar Loop or Laclede's Landing?
The Loop.
Okay. Jason Tatum or Brad Beal?
Tatum. Hello.
Okay, Huey's Pop, Lock, and Drop It or Chingy's Right There?
Chingy, my cousin. So
Nelly or Metro Boomin?
Nelly.
Nelly.
It's Nelly.
Okay.
Everybody know Nelly.
Now we might judge you on this: black or white forces.
White.
I thought you was going to say Black Forces with the foundation. You know what I'm saying? All right, real quick before we get up out of here, Sizzle or Sexy Red?
I'm a little ratchet, sexy red.
Hey, y'all, we gonna get up out of here, man. Sunni, Minx, Moses, man. Love and Marriage, Huntsville, man, on Open Network, man. Make sure y'all tune in May the 4th. Man, appreciate y'all stopping
Thanks
by,
for having
man.
us.
Thanks for having us.
You know what I'm saying? Keep y'all ears locked, y'all. We be right back after this, man, with STL Unlocked.
Thank you for tuning in to The Fix every Saturday at 7 p.m. Stay connected with us on all platforms.
You dig that?
At TheFixSTL. And follow your hosts at Nitty Gritty. If you enjoyed today's show, check us out for bonus content, interviews, and exclusive giveaways.